Thermatic skillet. Brought to you by UW Stout's Blue Devil, Jenna, Samuel, Sabrina, Luke, Jennings, and Eric.
Days last one way, ticket train pulls in. We smile for the guys who walk closer.
With your very own UW Stout's master chef and the expert of the pan, Peter D'Souza.
Chef Peter D'Souza from UW Stout Hospital and Tourism Plan. He's the past chef, and now he's my teacher in the food class. Peter, what pans do you use in the industry?
Well, basically these are two saute pans that you see. One's a copper base and the other one's a stainless steel base. They're essentially used for either frying or sauteing or basically cooking any type of food.
What's so good about the copper?
Well, the good thing about copper is that it's a uniform conductor, so it kind of disperses the heat evenly, and so that's the benefit of then food being cooked evenly.
And what other kind of metals do you see in pans in the industry?
Stainless steel, copper, aluminum, and those are the three major ones.
Let's talk about the stainless steel one you got here. What's so good about that one?
This one is the fact that it has a nice base, nice solid base, so it keeps the pan, nice and steady, and it also is good for cleaning. So
Is stainless steel good in heat? Or?
Yeah, very good conductor of heat, and cheaper, of course, than copper. So
how much did one of those run about?
these will last. This one will cost you about $50.
And what about that one?
This one here is about $200.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to show you my product here. What we're trying to make is a pan with a thermometer where you can tell the temperature. Basically, like what you got in your hand here, it's going to go inside the lip. So you can not see the wires. Basically, what you're going to have is bimetallic leads on the bottom. So this heat is distributed evenly. Basically, what's in the thermometer is bimetallic leads. You can't attach any other type of wires and just bimetallic. And this is how our product is going to work. And do you see anything? What do you see about the pros and cons?
I think the good thing about that product is that it's typically used for candy making. You can use it for deep fat frying, and the benefit would be that it's a safe product, so that people are not actually touching the thermometers when it's extremely hot, like 500, 600 degrees Fahrenheit. So having the thermometer on the side and on the handle, and being able to read it without actually touching it, will certainly be a big advantage, where it'll bring the risk down of somebody getting burnt.
Yeah, and basically in my research, I saw basically that these thermometers types in here would be good for like candy, caramel, and
yes,
grapes when the heat comes pretty critical, so stuff doesn't get hard or goes over the temperature that it's supposed to.
Right.
So they have candy thermometers, but basically if the candy thermometer is big, you might lose a thermometer or it might get hot. See here, it's always there. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Now,
plus, it's on the handle that is not a conductor of heat, so it's usually hard plastic or ebonite, so that's good.
Now, what aspects of this would you think the industry would want if you want it?
I'd say if you can get it in pans that are used for frying, pans that are used for any kind of candy making, also to melt chocolate. There's a lot of chocolate melted in the industry to make chocolate desserts. But the most important thing I feel that you should try and look at trying to identify how you're going to clean this pan with the thermometer in it. Is it going to go through the hot sink? Is it going to go through the dish machine? Because if it hits water, is it going to be ruined?
Yeah. That's why we're trying to use dials. We looked at that dial and electric thermometer. Basically, the dial thermometer lasts a lot, like twice as long
Yes.
as the electric thermometer. Plus, in electric, you got the battery problem from the wall.
Right.
Then you're replacing the handle, or you're replacing the whole pod, or it could be a big hassle. And who do you think would actually want this?
I'd say big hotel chains, restaurant chains, individual candy makers that just specialize in candy, and even people in the home. You know, there's a lot of people at home who just love to make candy for their kids, and it'll be an extremely good product because I think you're solving the problem of safety.
Yeah.
And anytime you have caramel or oil, I mean, if somebody gets burned with that, it is pretty devastating. Yeah.
And then, how do you think this thing will go over? What do you think of it? Is there anything bad about it?
I think like I said, the negative thing of it would be that is the thermometer, how long is the thermometer going to last in a pan like this? Mm-hmm. And if you can answer that question for durability, then I think you have a great product that anybody would want to buy.
And then when making specific foods, which ones would you use it on? Like, would you use it in frying? Would you use it in
I'd use it in stir fries. I'd use it to saute meats. I'd use it to saute vegetables. You could even use it in sauces. You know? Yeah. Specifically, sauces that are made with cream that can really break on you. Yeah. And usually cream sauces are break in the kitchen or they separate because the temperature is too high. So this way, having a thermometer there, you can control the temperature of the cream-based sauce and keep it, usable.
Now talking about thermometers for last questions. How much is thermometers do you think would range from when you buy them in the store?
This particular one that you're using here can range from $5 to $10.
And the electric thermometer, how much are those range?
Electronic can range from anywhere from $50 to $200, depending on the complexity of the thermometer.
And last question, would you buy the product?
I would, with this dial thermometer on it. And I guess the question, if you answer the question on how it's washed and how it's kept clean, then I certainly would buy it.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. D'Souza.
Sure.
I appreciate your time.
Good luck.
Thank